Okay, and welcome to video 2 of the jackpot method. And pretty much here we are. We're at an affiliate site of one of my partners, and it's pokertablesforsale.net. So he's wanting to get as much backlinks. So ultimately, this is an affiliate site. You can see it has some Amazon offerings and some different things like that. So his goal is to get this site ranked in Google to get that traffic and ultimately make some money. So what are you going to do? What is the first step you should do? Well, first, to get good backlinks, it's all about the relevancy. So ultimately, one of the best things you can do if you want to get rankings quick is to make sure to whatever your keyword phrase is, you have that in the domain name. So for this one, it looks like he's going after poker tables for sale. So of course you can see it. It's right there in the domain name. So then what you're going to want to do now, it's all about the keyword research and content, because without those two important things, you don't have a backlink campaign or it's not going to be effective. So this is how I gather my research for my backlink campaigns. Basically, I'll go to Google and I'll type in the phrase, whatever the keyword phrase I'm trying to go for. So poker tables for sale, which is his. Okay, you see there is about 15.8 million competing sites, so we're definitely going to have to, have our work cut out for us, but it's okay because if you use this method, then you're going to be able to easily dominate any of these. There's two different ways or two different tools that I use to gather my keyword research. First, you have your poker tables for sale. What you're going to do is what I always do is I scroll down. You're going to need a list of keywords. And whenever you're talking about getting backlinks, if your only tags or your only keywords that you use are only, let's say, poker tables for sale, and you're going out there getting backlinks only for poker tables for sale, all your anchor text says poker tables for sale, if that's all you're doing, then the search engines are actually going to pick you up for spamming because they're looking for a site that has a well-balanced, basically has a lot of relevant content. So they know that, hey, if they're talking about poker tables for sale, if it's a real site, they're going to be talking about, hey, look down here at the related search. They might be talking about used poker tables for sale or cheap poker tables for sale or poker table tops. Or it says poker sets for sale. See, all these are variables within your keywords that actually play an important factor in getting ranked in the search engines. So what I would do is not only go out there promoting for poker tables for sale for the keyword, I'm going to go out there and submit some articles and do some different things, which we'll get into in a little bit later, for maybe used poker tables for sale or cheap poker tables for sale or poker table tops or poker sets or even poker, it looks like stars chips, but that's not really relevant to the poker tables for sale that we're doing. So I will just basically use these keywords. So what I do, I go down and automatically see the related keywords. I copy them, open up a notepad, and I paste them. And then the second tool that I use is another Google tool. Is basically if you look up where it says show options, then I go down to the Wonder Wheel. What the Wonder Wheel does, it shows you how Google views different keywords. So this one's poker tables for sale. It shows you some related searches that they say is relevant to that particular search. So here we are. We have casino poker tables. It looks like, again, used poker tables, poker table tops. What else can we grab? Texas Hold'em poker tables, so that might be good. So then what I'm going to do is to my list, I'm going to add casino poker tables and Texas Hold'em poker tables to my keyword list. And the reason why you're going to be just compiling a list of keywords is if you can, whenever you're writing your content and whenever you're building your backlinks and start using your anchor text and everything like that, if you can filter in, not filter in, but if you can mix in some of these related search terms, it automatically boosts your relevancy. Because here Google itself is saying for the keyword poker tables for sale, they're also also saying that casino poker tables or Texas Hold'em poker tables are relevant to that site. So if you're not only going after poker tables for sale, but you're in the search engines, with some content that talks about Texas Hold'em poker tables, which ultimately they're saying is feeding down to the poker table for sale niche, it's going to help you with your rankings. And then that's also how you find some of your long-term or long keyword phrases, long tail keyword phrases, because I always say the key to taking over competitive niches, let's say like poker tables for sale, is to go after the micro niches within that niche. So what happens is if you go after and you're targeting Texas Hold'em poker tables for sale, that's a very long tail keyword. But if you go in there and you're all over the place for Texas Hold'em poker tables for sale, because look, poker tables for sale might have 14.7 million searches, but if you click on Texas Hold'em poker tables, it only has 1.4 million competitive searches. So what happens is this is going to be a lot easier of a niche to go after. And guess what? Now it says it gives you a couple of more suggested keywords. Let's say like Texas Hold'em tabletops, then you would add for sale, or Texas Hold'em poker chip set, or some different. So it gives you some more keyword terms, because if you go out there and start dominating Texas Hold'em poker tables for sale, then you go to the next one, casino poker tables for sale, and then the next thing you know, you're at used poker tables for sale, and you're dominating some of these micro niches. Before long, all these feed in to what Google says poker tables for sale is related to, and so now you're going to start getting rankings for poker tables for sale, and plus this gives you a lot more subjects to write content on, because honestly, I mean, you can only write so many good articles or so many good or make so many good videos or so many good Web 2.0 properties for the keyword phrase poker tables for sale. You can only do so much for a keyword phrase. So this is also how I use methods of, getting ideas for content. So it's just not, poker tables for sale. Now I could say, hey, have my article writer go out there and say, hey, do something specifically for casino poker tables for sale and some of the other micro niches. That way I get a lot of content that relates to the content that I'm going after or going after. And then in turn, those backlinks that I'm getting, it's more of a well-rounded approach, because if all the backlinks you get have nothing but one keyword phrase, the search engines are actually going to say that doesn't look natural, and it's not going to rank you as well if you go out there and have a wide variety of different keyword phrases all linking back. So basically, that's how I kind of compile a list of different keywords I'm going to use, some different tags that I can use whenever I go to the bookmarking sites, or even some different titles. And we'll get to all that in a little bit. But this also gives me a lot of good ideas for some content, because bottom line, you need two things to generate an effective backlink campaign and get in the search engines. One, you need content, but you don't need just any content. You need content that's relevant. And how do you determine what is relevant? You determine that by the keywords and the keyword phrases. So we're going to get a little bit more into the content, how to structure the content, just to make sure that it's a little bit relevant. It gives you the most power, I should say, for backlinking in the next video. But for now, I would just say whatever keyword that you're going after, that you're trying to dominate, go and start compiling a list of the related keywords, or just keywords in general that you can use for your backlinking campaign.